Here's
wild.
Isn't this amazing, Luke? First year with Patrick Mahomes as a starter, the Chiefs have missed the playoffs. Their streak of 7 consecutive conference championship appearances, the second longest in the Super Bowl era.
Like, look at this board. It's crazy.
It's the first time KC won't make the postseason since 2014. And they've got 3 more games to go in this campaign. They go from AFC champs to missing the postseason.
Blows my mind. They were almost undefeated last year.
Yeah. So in your mind, what happened this year?
You know, it's funny because when you examine their losses, it's their own fault. Like, They just played bad football. They've had games where they've been very highly penalized. Their turnover margin this year, I believe they're -2 after today. You would never think with a Spagnuolo-led defense and Patrick Mahomes running the other side that they would be -2 in the turnover margin. And today's a prime example of this. Again, you're down 3, you're clearly in field goal range. It's 3rd and 12, and you, off your back foot, throw this to Kareem Hunt, who's not a jump ball guy. He's a running back. So here's your game tied, and I understand you're pressing, you need a win, but you cannot make this decision. And then Gardner Minshew comes in. You're pretty much in field goal range. Sure, you'd like to get a few more yards, but Jay, watch his head here. Not on this route here, okay? It's covered, it's man coverage, Kelsey's gloved. It just is what it is. But when you go to the end zone here, he's staring it down, he's staring it down, he's staring it down. That's not how you play the position. Sure, you like the matchup. But the position of quarterback is not decide before, and no matter what happens, I'm going to throw it here. And I get Gardner Minshew's coming in, but to me, it's a microcosm of their whole season. It's like we're pressing, we need to go for this win. The matchup didn't work out. Either go to a check down, scramble, or throw it out of bounds. Instead, we throw a pick and we lose the game. And it's the Chiefs' whole season. They should have won a lot of these games, but they shoot themselves in the foot with bad football plays.
And now they're going to miss the playoffs, and now people are going to look ahead to next season and be like, well, how do they retool? But with this Mahomes injury now, the torn ACL, this is serious. How would that affect their ability to retool next season?
So it's a great question. I'm really glad you asked me that. What happens, what a lot of people don't know in the offseason when you don't make the playoffs, even when you do, is about after 3 or 4 days, the entire staff, front office, and coaches get together and do this crazy self-assessment. And in my opinion, they watch every game and they evaluate every position. And I actually think if you look at the losses the Chiefs have had this year, the teams they've played and lost to are very, very good teams. They played a tremendously tough schedule.
Right.
So you go from there, you look at your roster, your defense is very good. It's not the best league, but it's a good unit. Offensively, I think if you were to sit there, again, here's your loss schedule right here. Like, none of these teams are bad football teams. You know, those are playoff teams.
And none of these are blowouts either.
Correct. So I don't think this is a let's rebuild situation.
Right.
But what gets sticky now is when you evaluate, to me, it's the running back room. They need somebody in there. And your offensive line, they had a situation where they went out, they drafted, they also signed a guy, but they were very thin. So you probably want to bolster the O-line. Mm-hmm. But now you got to sit here and plan around when is Mahomes coming back? And how do we now thread that needle? Is he going to be back week 1? Is he going to be back week 4? Is Gardner Minshew now the guy that we need to kind of rally around for the first part of the season? Do we go into free agency?
Yeah.
So instead of being able to really fine-tune what I think is already a good roster that played bad football, now we might have to get a bit creative, and it's going to be a lot of very serious conversations going on this offseason in Kansas City.
Phillip Rivers might be available. Just as a little stopgap. We'll get to him later, I promise.